We are starting lying out on our tummy this evening. So pop down onto your tummy, rest your head on your hands, bend your legs and rock your feet side to side, or rock your lower leg side to side. So you're rolling over the front of your thigh. And the thigh bone will move in the hip joint. So we're loosening off in the thighs and the hips, and creates a little rocking in the lower back. So soothing the lower back. When you come to center, straighten your legs out. Once they're straight and in line with your body, relax them, take 3 deep belly breaths. Feeling your belly expand against the ground, the back rises, the sides squash out a little. Okay. One more belly breath. And as you exhale this time and the abdomen retracts in, keep it retracted in, engage your muscles around, holding that narrower shape. So that now as you breathe, you're breathing into your chest, but keeping the narrowness around your waist like you're wearing a corset. Straighten your legs more, so that the top of your feet press into the floor, and your knees straighten away from the floor. Then lift your right leg, keeping your core engaged. Inhale, lower. Straighten and lift your left leg, keep your core engaged. Inhale, lower. As the leg lifts, you are lifting from the thigh bone. So you lift from your thigh bone so that you can feel your buttock muscles engaging. Try and do that without the belly dropping or squashing out. Remember, you're wearing your corset of muscles. Straighten your arms out in front, about as wide as the mat. And when one leg lifts, lift the opposite arm and then lower them. Same thing, the leg is staying very straight. Keep your hips nice and even. And if you feel like you can lift your head and chest as your arm comes up, and then lower your head and chest as your arm goes down. Lifting, lowering. Lift, but without the belly squashing out. Your other arm and leg are definitely on the floor, but not pushing you up. They're just naturally leaving their weight on the ground. Last time. And then push back, bottom to your heels. Child's pose with your head resting on your hands. Take another couple of deep belly breaths so that the abdomen expands round into your back, so it stretches out your lower back. And then we're going to lay out on our side, so facing whichever way is the screen direction for you, and rest your head on your bottom arm. Straighten your legs out. You can use your mat as a bit of a ruler so that you're in a straight line. 3 fingers on the floor in front. Sorry, not 1, 2, 3, but your free hand on the floor in front onto your fingertips. Okay, so 4 leg movements. First of all, lift the curve of your waist, so your hips stacked, your shoulders are stacked. And then top leg's going to come up, push through the heel, and down. 4, 3, avoid the leg rolling back. 2, 1. Now your leg lifts and stays there, and the bottom leg lifts to it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And both legs off the floor, just at hip distance. Top leg lifts again. Bottom leg is hovering off the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then both legs up and down together. 5, 4, 3. We're being mindful not to let the waist drop. 2, 1. Legs at hip height and hold it there. Extend your top arm overhead if you can, and then hug the waistline in. 5, No movement, just balance. 4, 3, 2, 1. And all the way down. Well done. Bend your top knee to the floor in front of you. You can put a block or cushion under there if you wish. And bring your arms out in front. And we're going to take 3 chalk circles each direction. So resting your head on the floor, if it's comfortable, you can always put a block under. Circle your arm all the way around. Behind you. Over the hip. That's 1 circle complete. 2 more this direction. 1. And 3 the other way. So go down over your hip. Circle round and up. 2. Turning your chest. Turning your head. 1. And then roll onto your back and circle your pelvis on the floor. Other way. And then back to center, and then straighten your other arm and roll onto your side. So you're now facing the other side of the mat, but you know where you're going. And I am just going to stay as I am with my back to you. And lift the curve of your waist. Make sure your head's in line with your body and not tipping forwards. Fingertips on the floor in front. And it's just the top leg on its own first. So we come up 5, just the top leg. Up 4. 3. Don't need to lift it super high. 2. 1. Top leg stays lifted. Now your bottom leg moves up and down. 5. 4. It's moving toward the top leg. 3. Doesn't necessarily have to touch it. 2. 1. And then lift the bottom leg and back to your top leg again. Up 5. 4. You're trying to keep the bottom leg off the ground. 3. 2. 1. Both legs go together. Down. Up. 4. 3. 2. Belly pulls in as the legs come up. 1. Keep the belly pulled in and try focusing on your balance as your top arm extends over. Feet stay flexed. 3 more breaths. 2. 1. And then lower your legs down. Bring your top knee in front of you onto the floor. Both arms in front. Head to the ground. Chalk circle upwards to begin with. Round behind. Nice wide swoop with your arm. 2. Let your head and chest flow around with your arm. 1. Okay, good. Then the other way. So you go down over your hip and round. One more. And pausing there. This time, come onto hands and knees and circle your hips on your hands and knees. Just like you did when you were on your back. Change direction. Okay, we've been working on some planks through this block, haven't we? So we're going to come down to our first plank, which is on our forearms, and try and hold it for a minute. Down you go, and stretch the legs back. Push through your heels. Press the ground away. Put your attitude into feeling light rather than heavy. I'm sure you're doing really well. Keep it up the best you can. We're on to last 15 seconds. Try and keep the legs strong, your core strong, your arms and chest strong, and even your neck and head. 5 seconds. Then your knees go down and sit back to a child's pose. Rest your arms by your side and let your elbows flop toward the floor. Let your shoulder heads drop. Okay, and we're going to try and do another one, but this time onto straight arms. So if you come onto your straight arms, and we'll try a straight arm plank, line your shoulders over your thumb joints. Hook your belly muscles in and go back one leg at a time slowly. The minute's begun. Your arms are pushing down from the shoulders, down through your elbows, into your wrists, into the spread of your palms and your fingertips. Your legs are pushing firmly through the shins, through the knees, into the thigh bones, into the hips, into your core, connecting into the rib cage. The neck is lifting your head and the back of the head, feeling like it's in line with the back of your body. Last 15 seconds. Knees down, sit back to child's pose. This time you might want to interlace your hands behind your lower back and just give a little stretch up of the arms toward the ceiling, and then let them relax back down. We're going to come onto our tummy again with cactus arms, so your arms are out to the side like this, lying down on your belly, forehead touching the floor. When you get your legs nice and long as you did earlier, but we're keeping the legs on the floor this time, feet pointed, knees engaged. Lie the corset, and remember the corset's got like a gusset as well, so the pelvic floor muscles engage as part of that corset. Inhale. Exhale, lift just your arms off the floor. Inhale, lower them. 4 more of those. As your arms lift, check your core and your pelvic floor remain switched on, and we don't want to feel them bulging out. So your exhale lifts your arms and strengthens the core. 1 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Leave your arms on the floor, lift just your head and chest. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, your head just naturally following up the line of the spine. Inhale, lower. As the chest lifts, we want to feel long in the spine out to the top of the head. 2 more. We shouldn't feel the knees collapse or the sides of the waist bulge out. Last lift, exhale. Inhale, lower, then you can add all 3 together. Head, chest, arms. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. You might find you don't come up as high. That's fine. As long as you're coming up to a point where you can lift without having to push into your belly, without losing the integrity in the lower portion of your body. Lift this last one, stay lifted. See if you can hold it here 5 breaths. If you want to make it harder, as you exhale, straighten your arms in front. Inhale, bend your arms in. Exhale, 3 more. 2. 1. And lower down. Child's pose. arms stretched in front. And then both hands off to the right, chest on the right thigh. Side child's pose. Head is between your arms, nice and evenly. And your shoulders should feel level, not one higher than the other. Go to the other side, so chest on the other thigh, hands off the side of the mat. Level your shoulders, even your head. Center, take a downward dog, so you're getting a nice stretch out through the back of your legs. Reach the hips back away from your hands. Doesn't matter if the knees straighten a little bit, that's fine, but try and really reach back through the hips and lift up through the sit bones. Walk your feet forwards to your hands, so that you lower your bottom down to sitting. Okay, so we're going to come down onto our backs and get deep with some core work. Have a block, come down, put the block between your inner thighs. If you haven't got a block, it's fine. You don't have to use a block for this, but it's just a good guide post for your thigh alignment for the first round of shoulder bridges. So arms down by your side, spread into your toes, press down through your feet and roll your spine up. So it's not that we haven't done core work already. What I really mean is that we're getting more into some abdominal core work, which is generally what people think of when they think of core. Roll your way down. Inhale as you land. Exhale, press into your feet, roll up again. Feel your knees stretching away and your thighs taking the block away from your chest. And then roll back down. Just go one more round, feeling that wheeling action of your spine. And then back down. Great, you can take the block out from between the legs. Arms are by your side. Stabilize the back of the pelvis on the floor, finding neutral and kind of zipping in, or like a magnet, the center of your pelvic, of your core magnetizes the strength of your muscles to almost collect into one central point and make that central point feel a little heavier toward the mat. Lift your right leg into a single knee fold. Keep in that position. Left leg into double knee fold. Okay, so let's go for some single leg taps. Tap your right foot to the floor and lift. Tap your left foot to the floor and lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. We want to try and keep that core strength as we're moving. So if your back is arching, then this is a sign that you're disengaging your core. So we want to try and keep the lower back, the small of the lower back, fixed in its position when your leg moves. So there's no rise. Okay, keep both legs in a lifted position. Interlace your hands behind your head, elbows are wide. Curl your head and shoulders up off the ground, so you're looking to your legs. Try and peel the shoulder blades off the floor. Now bring your knees towards you, and can the hips lift a little, and then lower them back down. Okay, so it's not just pulling your knees in and causing the bottom to lift because the knees have dropped to your chest. So you're keeping the 90-degree angle at the hips and using your belly muscles to tilt the pelvis up, rather than the knees coming in to tilt the pelvis up. Your belly muscles tilt the pelvis. 2 more. 2. And 1. So now that you've seen your pelvis do that to the best of your ability, head and arms back to the floor. So tap your right foot to the floor, lift it back up, and then do a little pelvic tilt and back down. Tap your left foot to the floor, lift it back up, pelvic tilt and down. Right foot, lift, tilt, down. Left foot, lift, tilt, down. When one foot taps the floor, the other stays perfectly still. Tilt, down. Right tap, or left tap, sorry, lift, tilt. 1 more each leg. Tap, tilt,
Last time. Tap. And tilt. One foot to the floor. Your other foot to the floor. And a full body stretch. Arms and legs reach long. Aim to straighten out your hip flexors. And then your arms go to a cactus shape and your knees go apart into a butterfly shape. Butterfly wing, legs, cactus arms. And then your knees come back in and we're going back into a shoulder bridge but without the block. Bring your arms down by your side. Okay, again, pressing through your feet and rolling your way up. Just imagine you're holding the block, and when you roll, do your legs feel like they're wobbling around or dropping the block? Try to keep them so that they're staying a fixed distance. Roll up this time and stay up at the top. You want to feel like your feet are directly below your knees and that the tailbone reaches out towards an imaginary block. Then float your arms behind for 5 and back down by your side. Keep holding your imaginary block and keep the tailbone end of your spine really still. 3 more. 3. Ideally, the hips don't lift any higher or lower. 2. 1. Arms down and roll down. Once you are to the floor, find neutral pelvis. Feet might go a little bit further away from your bottom. And again, we're coming into a single knee fold first, stabilizing that, and lifting the second leg up, double knee fold. From double knee fold, you can stick with the single taps of your feet to the floor, or try lowering both feet to tap the floor and retract your belly back, and then lift. 4 more of those. If you're using both feet, you shouldn't be finding that the back arches up when your feet tap down. If that's happening, either go to one foot or tap your feet closer to your bottom, as I'm showing you on this one. Okay, and then keep the legs lifted. Interlace your hands behind your head, curl your head and shoulders off the ground. With the head lifted, we're going to put in a little hip hop. So your hips lift, they lower, then tap both feet to the floor and back up. Knees in, down, tap down and up. Tilt, tap. 2 more. Tilt. Hug the belly in as you tap the feet to the floor. And 1. And tap. Legs stay there. Arms forwards. Lift a little higher and come into the 100. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flip your palms up. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want to, as you exhale, push your legs straight. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, they bend. 3, 4, 5. Out, they straighten. 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 more rounds. 2. 1. They bend. Your head and arms go down. 1 foot softly to the floor, then the second foot, and then relax. Full body stretch. All the way out. Wriggle long. Excellent. Bring your arms down. We're going to go for 1 more round of shoulder bridges. So feet coming flat to the floor. Arms by your side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, tilt the pelvis up and roll your spine up. Reach your knees away. Tailbone nice and steady. I'd like you to press a bit more firmly into the back of your arms. Don't lift your chest higher, but just feel your arms pushing more into the mat for some stability. Extend your right leg straight so that the knees stay level and your leg is extended away from you. Then foot to the floor. Balance on your right leg and extend the left leg straight. Inhale, foot to floor. Balance on your left leg. Exhale, right leg straight. Inhale, foot to floor. Exhale, extend. Inhale, foot to floor. Exhale, extend. Inhale, foot to floor. Exhale, extend. 1 more each leg. Inhale, foot to floor. Exhale, roll your spine down. It might feel nice to finish there, but I think we've got an extra minute and we'll try and fill that before we rest with one more little round of abdominal work. Interlace your hands behind you. You've got neutral pelvis. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, abdominal curl, nodding your chin and curling your chest. Then bring your hands onto your thighs. Try and bring your chest closer to your hands so you lift higher. Then take your arms in the air. Keep the chest lifted. Hands behind your head and lower all the way down. Inhale. Exhale, small curl up. Inhale, hands touch thighs. Exhale, a deeper curl up, lifting your chest higher. Then take your arms off your legs. Keep the chest up. Hands behind your head. Inhale, touch the floor. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, hands on thighs. Exhale, higher. Inhale, arms in the air. Exhale, hands behind your head. Inhale, touch the floor. 2 more. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, hands on thighs. Exhale, curl higher. Inhale, arms in the air. Exhale, hands behind your head. Inhale, touch the ground. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, hands on thighs. Exhale, curl higher. Inhale, arms in the air. Exhale, hands behind your head. Inhale, lower, butterfly the legs. And cactus the arms. I bet you're pleased you got that last minute in there. If you want to just roll your head a little side to side, ease out your neck. Back to center. When your legs come in together, cross your right ankle onto your left knee. Bring the left leg off the ground. And can you interlace your hands behind the left thigh and use your right elbow to press your right knee and thigh wide. Bottom reaching down toward the floor. Left foot down, right foot down. Left ankle crossing onto right knee. And bring the right leg in. Try and reach your bottom away. Keep your shoulders nice and wide and square. Release the right foot down and uncross the left knee. Both legs up in the air and give both legs a shake out. Shake down into your hips to bring some evenness in your hips. And then release your legs down. You can go straight with your legs. If you want to, relax, arms fall open. Feel the work that you've done has brought some new feeling of life into your body. Kicked off some positive feeling hormones. Bask in that good feeling. Three deep breaths in. Long out. 2. And out. Even deeper. 1. Right to the soles of your feet, tips of your fingers, top of your head. And out. Make your way safely to sitting. Sit with your legs straight or crossed. Take a twist one way. Look over your back shoulder. To center, twist the other way. The center, if your legs are crossed, cross them the other way. Take your arms in the air and shake your arms out. Shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers out wide. And then together. Well done. Thank you very much.